Alright, since I am being held up by motors right now, I actually have outboard, just waiting on delivery of it. But I still haven't decided on a trolling motor. But while I don't have anything to do with those two things, I'm going to go ahead and try to tie up some loose ends. We are going to replace that seat base. Remember, I took the seat base off and covered over it. I'm going to put it back, and I'm going to use RivNuts to try to secure it. I need to put this latch on the hatch, and I need to go ahead and put some more bracing in here. I said when I was building the deck that I wanted to put some more bracing, but I was scared to do it until I had the deck lid on and all that, because I was scared to get stuff off, and I just want to make sure the mechanics and geometry, everything's going to work. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. What I want to do, I have this square tubing, 1-inch tubing, and what I think I'm going to do is run a piece kind of right here in the middle to this brace. And I have these, I use these little L brackets. I had them on another build. They're just made of aluminum. It's got like a 3/16 hole in it. I'm gonna probably use those. If you don't want to buy these, all you have to do is take scrap angle and just cut like 1-inch pieces, 3/4 inch pieces, whatever. And that's basically what you get. But anyhow, I'm gonna try to put 2 of these on here, maybe one on the bottom too, give it a little more support. And anyways, cut it, put it in, and then I got enough left, and I'm probably gonna put another one over here too, the same way. That way, that ought to kind of make this more solid. And I actually got up here yesterday and stepped on it, and it's just way too weak, which I knew it would be. So we're gonna go ahead and knock that out first. Let's go ahead and get that piece cut. Alright, we got this hole right here, which that's going to be easy to find, but for whatever reason it was cut out a lot bigger than it needed to be, so there's going to be some slop, you know. And I can't remember, I think it went this way, or did it go this way? I'm not sure. I'm probably about to go back in the videos and find out. But I guess I'm just going to drop it down there and cut it and hope the holes kind of line up. The holes need to be a lot bigger for the RivNuts anyway, so as long as I'm close it should be fine. I forgot I put the rest of that great stuff that I use up front for that hole right here, and expanded a lot. Alright, to attach this thing, we're going to use RivNuts. If you know what these are or not, they're kind of like rivets, but they're threaded. You just screw it on here and kind of do the same thing like you would with a rivet, and it'll expand it, but it's threaded. That way you can screw something down and it gets a pretty decent hold on it. Like I said, this ain't the best thing in the world to do. The best thing is just build this whole thing up so you can actually have bolts to bolt this thing down. But this aluminum's so thin, just doing some screws, it's just not catching enough. So this helps, but I'm not going to go out on a limb and say it is a surefire way to do it. But it is better. So let's go ahead and knock this out. We're going to have to drill it, drill the holes out to 3/8 inch for the cord. These are 1/4 inch RivNuts, by the way. All right, so I'm going to try to lay this up here. And what I was afraid of, it got off a little bit, but since the holes have to be bigger, hopefully I can lay it up there and drill it down that way and get these holes where they need to be. So I just got this little 2-piece pull right here. And you just flip it up and that's it. It's just 2 screws. Oh, I'll do it right. I mean, not much to it. I can't remember how much it was. It came as a 2-pack. So I can use that one on some other project. But I'll put how much it was down in the corner. But all we gotta do is just drill these 2 screws. I got 2 little bolts for it. I think size 8 and some lock nuts to put on the back side. Yeah, some 832s. And but I want to kind of recess it, so I'm just gonna put it right in the middle. Take me something and outline it, and then take my time and try to cut it out with a razor knife. That way it is, like I said, a little bit more recessed. so I want my vinyl to kind of match this right here, and I ended up finding this online. Now this is just going to be for the decals, like on the side, and probably do the numbers of the boat up front. I mean, maybe you don't have a vinyl cutter like I do. I mean, they sell them at Walmart. They're not that expensive, but I'm sure that you know somebody that's got one, so you can probably get this done for free. Just get you some vinyl. I think this roll of vinyl right here, which this is, I had to get it a little bit longer. I think instead of 12 inches, I want to say this is like 14 or something. I don't know why it's an oddball size, but I got it off Amazon, I believe, for, I don't know, like 10 bucks or something. I'll put it down here. But, you know, make your own. You can get online and order, like, factory decals if you want to. But I always think it's cool to make your own font or call your boat whatever you want to, SS Minnow. And it's really easy to do. You can do it, all your graphics for free. You don't have to be some kind of computer whiz to be able to do this stuff. I mean, I don't know hardly anything about computers, and I do all of it myself. So anyways, this is their vinyl. I'm going to cut out some decals for the boat and put them on. Alright, there we go. A little short and sweet filler video. Not anything overly exciting, but some few things that I just needed to do, and I wanted to film some of it. Mainly doing the RivNuts. I've never really shown that on a video before. A lot better than just screws for the seats, and really needed to do beefing up the framing for that hatch, and everything seems to be very solid now. Seat base I haven't been able to test out. I do have a pedestal here, but I don't think I have a seat. Actually, I got my seats from my G3 boat because I never used those. So comes to it, we can give it a try, see how well the RivNuts did. Like I said, they're a lot better than just running some screws down in there, some self-tapping screws or something. It's just not enough metal. And I didn't film it, but I adjusted the bunks on the trailer. It's just sliding them over is all I had to do. I had to drill one hole to get everything all squared up, but it's fitting on here, looking a lot better. And of course, the decals, that wasn't really no big deal. Usually I save that for last, but just to give me something to do, I went ahead and did that too. And as of right now, I've already got an outboard for the boat, and I have a trolling motor on the way. So next week, maybe by the end of this week, if I can get some stuff done. The work's going to kind of suck this week, I think. There'll be a lot of overtime, but hoping to get the outboard motor out soon. And I might have to do the trolling motor as its own. I got to do a little wiring on it, and of course the battery. But besides that, that's it. I'm actually fixing to leave right now. I bought this boat from my brother. I didn't get a bill of sale from him. I'm trying to track him down, get the bill of sale so I can go up to the county clerk and get this thing registered, and hopefully get it out on the water next week if I can find some time. All right, guys, I really appreciate you watching. See you on the next